So what happens if we run our app, we don't select an image, and then we hit share? Well, I know, we get a crash. And if your user is using your app and this happens, whilst we know what's going on, all they will see is their app disappear from view and it's gone. In fact, if this happens during your review process on the App Store, Apple will reject your app. So we need to fix this line here. It says we have a bad instruction. And that is because this image view doesn't actually contain an image yet. And there are two ways we can solve that. I'll just hit stop. The first way is to always have an image inside it. So we could pre-populate it with an image. But you never know, at some point there won't be an image in it. If your app goes on to do more fancy, clever things, you won't know if someone has removed an image from it and we get a crash again. So the best thing to do is to check first if the image exists. And how we do that in Swift is by saying if let img is equal to image view dot image, open curly braces, and then we say do, open curly braces, and underneath there we say catch, underscore, and close curly braces. Now what this block of code does, it says if you can get an image out of this image view, then do whatever is in the do statement. If there's a big error, then run this catch statement. So we're going to take all of this code and we're going to dump it inside the do section. Let me just line everything up for us there. There we go. And that one. Now the last thing we have to do is change this array variable, imageView.image, to the actual image that we set up in the top line, if let image. So let's run that, and let's see if we still get a crash when we actually hit share without choosing an image. And nothing happens. But when we're developing, we need to know what's happening behind the scenes. And there's a clever way we can do that in Xcode. Under this if statement, if you type else, open your curly braces, I'm just going to clear up this space here. It says if this image is available, then do this. But if it's not, then do this. And what we're going to do is say print, and we're going to say error sharing image, like so. And now I'm going to run that on the phone. I'm going to hit share without loading up an image. Nothing happens. If we come back to Xcode, down here where our error console has popped up, we have a message from ourselves that says error sharing image. So this print line is a great way of telling ourselves exactly what's happening. So I'll just stop that running, close that console section. And a good way to see the order that things happen as well. So for example, in our view did load, I'm going to say print view did load. And then I'm going to have another function below view did load called override func view will appear. Now this is often confusing for people. They say, does view did load first or does view will appear load first? Well, this is an easy way to find out, isn't it? We can just type view will appear. And then when we hit play, it's going to give us those things in the order that they're executed inside our app. So first we have the load, then we have the appear. So that the print line is just a nice, simple way of sending ourselves messages as developers so we know exactly what is happening inside our program. And I would advise you to put them most places because things will go wrong, like you just saw in our app, and we won't expect it. And if we have a message that we have coded, we will know a lot better what to do next.